Have you ever heard the story of the pumpkin giant? It's a spooky little folktale perfect for this time of year, about a giant with a huge round orange head, just like a pumpkin. He lived on a high mountain and would terrorize the little villages in the valley below. Now, this giant wasn't just big. He was also incredibly hungry. But he didn't want bread or meat or cheese. No, his favorite snack was fat little boys and girls. Every day, he would stomp down from his mountain, grab a child, and carry them back to his castle to gobble them up for supper. The villagers were terrified. They tried everything to stop him, setting traps, sending soldiers, but nothing worked. The giant was just too big and too strong. The king was desperate. He offered a bag of gold and his daughter's hand in marriage to anyone who could defeat the giant, but nobody dared to try. The princess, whose name was Penelope, was very brave and clever. She watched the giant every day and noticed something peculiar. He always carried his huge pumpkin head very carefully, as if it were fragile. That's it, she thought. His head is his weakness. So, Princess Penelope devised a plan. She found the bravest, nimblest young man in the kingdom, a farmer's son named Patroclus. She told him her idea, and together, they prepared. Patroclus practiced throwing stones with a slingshot until he could hit a walnut from 100 paces away. Meanwhile, Penelope gathered all the cobblers in the kingdom and had them make a giant sturdy leather bag. The next day, as the pumpkin giant lumbered down the mountain, Patroclus was waiting. He didn't run. He didn't hide. He stood his ground, slingshot in hand. The giant laughed a booming laugh. "A tiny morsel like you thinks he can stop me?" he roared. But just as the giant reached for him, Patroclus let his stone fly. It soared through the air and hit the giant's pumpkin head with a loud crack. The giant staggered stunned. His head wasn't just cracked. It shattered into 1,000 pieces, like a real pumpkin. But here's the twist. Inside, there wasn't a brain. There was an old, withered man, no bigger than a 10-year-old boy. He was a powerful sorcerer who had enchanted the pumpkin to become a giant body. With his pumpkin shell destroyed, his magic was gone. Before the little man could escape, the villagers, led by Princess Penelope, rushed forward with a giant leather bag. They scooped up the sorcerer, tied the bag shut, and threw him into the deepest part of the sea. The reign of the pumpkin giant was finally over. The kingdom rejoiced. Patroclus, the farmer's son, married the clever Princess Penelope, and they ruled wisely for many years. And from that day on, the children of the valley were safe. So the next time you see a jack-o'-lantern grinning on a porch, remember the tale of the pumpkin giant and the brave princess who figured out that even the biggest monsters have a weakness. It's a great reminder that courage and cleverness are often more powerful than brute strength. Thanks for listening to this classic spooky tale with me. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories and folklore. See you next time.